Rev up your engines for the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast with Big E. Proudly sponsored by Christensen Law, where bikers helping engine bikers is more than just a motto. It's our commitment to the biker community. Be sure to tune in and listen to the latest news and biker buzz. And for all your personal injury needs, be sure to contact the Christensen Law team at 248-900-9000. What's up, bikers? It's Big E, and you're listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. We're talking all things bikes, the freedom of the road, and the brotherhood that makes this lifestyle what it is. From killer tips to wild stories from the highway, we've got it all right here. Life is short, bikers, so let's get after it. Hey everybody, what's happening? We are rocking the midweek edition, the hump day edition of the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. So, we're going to get that right out of the way right now. I'm a bit parched. It's Tuesday night, and I got to go shoot pool. And it's already been a long week. So I know you're probably expecting to hear more about the Steel Horse Ranch, and you will. But I ran into a little snag. So Jerry at Double Take Customs was not feeling very well last week, so he couldn't do an interview for the podcast. But he is feeling better, and we will be recording the podcast episode on Saturday, so you'll get it next week. And then the following week, we're going to get Mike on here and talk about the Steel Horse Ranch and talk about his bikes and his collection. So stay tuned for the rest of the four-part series. I am going to make a few announcements, talk about some stuff, and just kind of carry on. So, if you didn't know, Saturday, I went for a little cruise, not on the bike, in the car, unfortunately. Been a good day for a bike ride, but it was a bit chilly starting off in the morning. I actually took a ride down to Caro to see and check out the Steel Horse Ranch. And let me tell you, I was not disappointed with that place. Wow. I got there. Mike was actually waiting outside. Super friendly, super nice. Gave me the 25-cent tour. I got to check out Behind Bars Cycle Works. Timothy was there, and Wrench was there, and they were working on some bikes. He's got 4 lifts in there, and I guess business is just starting to stack up for him. So if you want something done, that they definitely know how to do it. Wrench has been turning wrenches for forever. They actually had a 2015 Ultra in there, I think, when I was there. Torn right down. Yeah. So talk about your one-stop shop. You can go there, get anything done to your bike, get your oil changed, get tires put on, get it rebuilt. I mean, they do it all. You need a little paint touch up, or maybe you want your bike painted totally. Jerry over at Double Take Customs. Mike took me into his shop, very clean. Yeah, and showed me some of his work. Very, very professional, very, very good stuff. So yeah, I'm thinking about putting mine on the trailer this spring and taking it over there and getting some stuff done. I'd like to get cams. I want to get new bars put on it and heated grips. I want to get my flag airbrushed on my fairing instead of that decal that I had. So definitely looking at taking it over there this spring. Steel Horse Ranch, just awesome. Oh, and then I went to Tees and Things. Yeah. So they got shirts for Steel Horse Ranch. I mean, they got shirts, merchandise, koozies, stickers, all kinds of cool stuff. And I've been looking at these. They look like a motorcycle chain bracelets. And she had one there. And I really liked it, so I got it. I mean, they have everything. They got biker bling, leather goods, all sorts of cool stuff. Definitely check them out on Facebook. Give them a follow. They have tumblers and all just everything you could think of there. Very cool, very friendly, super nice people. Definitely check out Tees and Things, Behind Bars Cycle Works, and Double Take Customs. And if you're looking for a motorcycle, go see Mike at the Steel Horse Ranch. He's got bikes for sale there. Some beauties. Hopefully there'll be a video coming out because I took some footage while I was down there, and there'll be a video coming out hopefully on YouTube this weekend, and you'll get to see a little behind the scenes kind of action from the Steel Horse Ranch. The place is awesome. The people are awesome. I just can't say enough about what a good time. I spent almost 2 hours there. So, enough about the Steel Horse Ranch for now. Just remember, stay tuned next week. We'll continue our series. Something else that I wanted to talk about. I'm pretty proud to announce and pretty happy to announce that probably sometime later this week, I will be inking the contract for year 2 of sponsorship with Christensen Law. Very cool. They have been great sponsors. They really care about the motorcycle community. They really want to be involved in the motorcycle community. And they like what we're doing here on the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. So they're going to continue to sponsor us. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that probably next season, you will see a Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast tent at some of these events. So we'll actually be there, hopefully doing some live video stuff, live podcasting stuff. And hopefully we'll have some merch for sale. I know I've talked about it. We've got some shirts designed. I'm going to pop some out here, put them on the web, kind of get some opinions, see how they go, and go from there. But hopefully we'll have some for sale at these events. Probably limited quantities to start with and see how it goes. But that's kind of the plan. Yeah. Next thing I want to talk about. So we had Sean up here, and we did a podcast on the one of many 10th annual party, November 9th, 2024 at SMC East Street, Lansing, Michigan. $20 per person, $35 per couple. Door opens at 1900. It looks like myself and OG and possibly Wild Bill will be in attendance. So I'm pretty excited to go do that. Unfortunately, I gave out the last of my stickers at the Steel Horse Ranch. So while we were at the Steel Horse Ranch, and I kind of planned it that way. A benefit ride came in for Mike, and I slaughtered his name 100 times already when I did my videos online. So it's Mike Byash, I'm just going to say. And it was Saturday. And Mike is a Navy veteran. He suffered a hemorrhagic stroke and has a long road to recovery to build his strength and mobility back up. All the proceeds for the ride were going to help the family. I made a small donation. But you'll see the ride come in, and a shout out to the Freedom Cruisers because they had a big hand in doing that. So, yeah. Of course, after that, I didn't continue on with the ride. They were going to the last stop. I probably should have, and I probably could have. But I had business to attend to in Lapeer. As you know, my son was over there, lives over there. He's doing something with the community theater over there all the time. And they put on a play, the Poe Show. I went and saw that. It's a great, great deal. Funny. Riley did a great job, as did all the cast. It was hilarious. So, with all that being said, the next little thing I would like to talk about is not so fun. And hopefully it does not have any long-lasting effects on the podcast. It's a personal issue. So I don't know. I don't really want to get into it too deep. Just that there'll be a change with the podcast. Hopefully not that noticeable, but Two Hit and I have decided to call it quits, and that's that. I wish her well. She's a very special individual, and I hope she finds happiness. Unfortunately, that was not with me. So, moving forward, yeah. All right. Enough of that rigmarole nonsense. What else do we have to talk about here? Okay. Here's something pretty interesting that I have kind of come across accidentally. Princess actually pointed me in the direction because she ran into this individual in Ludington. And the person I'm talking about is the Teardrop Traveler. So this guy has got this custom teardrop camper that I don't know if he made it or we'll find out more because he's actually going to be on the podcast. I called him yesterday and talked to him. He's broken down in Holland. The clutch went out on his bike. So if you are in the Holland area, and you should see him, and it's pretty tough to miss him. He's got a beautiful silver Yamaha bagger set up and this teardrop shaped little camper that he pulls behind it. He sells stickers and stuff like that to get gas money, and he's traveling. He's been on the road for like 6 years. So yeah, it's going to be a very interesting edition of the podcast. I can't wait to talk to him more. We chatted on the phone for, I don't know, probably a half an hour the other day. But he's got an he's got a TikTok. He's got a Facebook page. And like I said, if you're in the area, the dude could use a hand. if you can go buy a sticker or anything. He's worried about it. He doesn't know how he's going to pay for this clutch. The camper's like 1,000 pounds he's been pulling behind this bike. And I guess he got like 46,000 miles out of the clutch. So I guess that's kind of cool. But he ran into a terrible bit of luck while he was here in Ludington. He ended up spending 4 days in the hospital. They thought he had a stroke. And it was apparently a bulging disc or something pushing on something, but it mimicked the effects of a stroke. So, yeah, I don't know how you go about, if he really needs to work on like a page or something like that where people could donate to his cause, because I think it's kind of a cool story. I can't wait for him to get on here and share it with you guys. Seemed like a pretty cool dude. So I'm looking forward to doing that. I already told you I got Jerry coming in from Double Take Customs. Saturday we're doing a podcast. And then we're going to get Mike on here doing a podcast talking about Steel Horse Ranch. And he's got quite the bike collection, and I'm sure he'd love to tell us about it more. Christensen Law re-upping. That's pretty big news. So you will see us more at some live events, which is pretty exciting. I wanted to do it last year, just things didn't work out that way. But this year, moving forward, it will definitely be happening. Our sponsors are on board with it. They're going to help us out with some graphic design stuff. And that's also going to lead to more in-studio video wherever the studio ends up. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about next season. We are still planning on hitting Sturgis. OG, Wild Bill, his wife, myself, PP, Rhino, Scooter, Sweet Tea, who you haven't met yet. So the gang's all going. Again, there's some of us that are riding out. There's some of us that are trailering out. We're staying at 2 different campgrounds, but they're only like 40 minutes apart. So it'll be a good time, and we will sure be talking about it. I also have been talking to a local gentleman by the name of John Miller, who actually was in Sturgis this year, and I kind of got him agreeing to come and sit down and talk on the podcast about his journey. So it kind of will help us all, I think, if we could be here and talk to him and listen to what he's got to say. And as you know, motorcycle season is winding down here in Michigan. The weather today was beautiful. A bit windy, but really nice. I did see some bikes out. I unfortunately had to work because I'm training. So I did not get out and enjoy. Kudos to those that did. Sorry if I'm leaving large gaps and there's dead air. I got a lot on my mind, a lot on my plate. My brain's going in 15,000 different directions at once. So, look forward to next week with Jerry with Double Take Customs, the podcast that will be out. And the following week with Mike from the Steel Horse Ranch. Look for our upcoming Steel Horse Ranch video on YouTube. And if you don't already follow us, be sure you're subscribing and liking and following us on all social medias. YouTube, TikTok, Spotify, Apple, whatever you listen to the podcast on. Yeah. It's about all I got, bikers. I know not the exciting episode you were looking forward to hearing about Double Take Customs this week, but I had to cover some ground, do some stuff. Jerry was sick. Not his fault. I tried to get somebody else to come on, but I just thought it'd be pretty cool if I just talked about some stuff, especially Steel Horse Ranch, because that place was freaking awesome. Oh, they got a hawk drop there. You're saying, what's the hawk drop? It's awesome. It's out back. You got to go there, check it out. It is. I see that place becoming like a biker destination, place where you can just go and hang out, maybe have your oil changed or have some tires thrown on, sit on the porch, crack a beverage. It sounds like they got some food trucks coming in there once in a while. Pretty awesome place. Pretty awesome. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it up. Short episode this week, but I got to go shoot some pool. Well, I got to go try to shoot some pool. I'm really not that good. So life is short, bikers. Be sure you're getting out there and riding while the weather's still holding on. We still got some days left. The white stuff ain't flying yet, so get after it. Thanks for listening to the Mid-Michigan Biker Podcast. Remember, bikers, life is short. Get after it.